Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Ellie from Ellielauracrochet and thanks for clicking on today's video. So you have to excuse the state of me. I literally just woke up not long ago, so hence the zombie-ness. But today's vlog, I am going to be taking you through what I'm working on in the next couple of days. I'm going to be doing some knitting, crochet, I think that's it. But yeah, knitting is now into my hobbies. Hopefully you don't mind that. I thought I'd also do a quick update on my crochet long blanket. I haven't been vlogging this at all since I last showed you. I did a video of me starting it and then I kind of stopped at, I think it was part 5 I think I stopped, or part 4. I can't remember. I am halfway part 6 at the moment. I'll show you what it looks like at the moment, but yeah, I haven't been vlogging this at all just because I will tell you in a minute. But let me just show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like so far. I'm halfway done with part 6. This is massive. It looks really pretty though. And I think it's going to be a lot bigger because obviously there's so many more rows to go. It's crazy. But yeah, so this is where I am at the moment. I've done the little flowers and then I think there's like, I think I counted there was like 5 more rows and it's in the light blue, this blue. Yeah, so I've got to do that. But so yeah, I've been working on that, but I've got to be real with you guys. I feel like I'm getting a bit burnt out with crochet because of that. Like, I don't want to pick up a hook. I never feel like doing it. I have to kind of force myself to do that a little bit. I worked on it for a few hours yesterday and I was just like, I don't want to work on this. I want to knit instead. But like, it's looking really good and I'm pretty much keeping up with it. Next part comes out tomorrow though, so I'm just like, because you know, I'm not going to be caught up. But yeah, that's kind of burning me out with crochet and I really don't want it to take away the love of crochet for me. So I have been knitting instead and I definitely feel a bit happier. I'm not saying I'm going to stop crochet, I'm not giving it up. I'm just taking a little break from it. So if you do see some more knitting vlogs in the next few videos, that is why, because I feel a bit burnt out with crochet. If you've got any tips for getting out of this burnout or slump or whatever you call it, I really want to work on this, really want to keep up with it as well. Like whenever the pattern comes out, I want to be, you know, caught up, but also the thought of me doing it is kind of just like draining me. Let me know if you've got any tips for me to get back into it, or maybe I should just do a little project instead, get me back into it, or just kind of go at my own pace. I think that's probably why that I'm getting a bit burnt out, because I'm like, oh, I need to stay on track, I need to keep up. And then I'm just like, I don't want to do it anymore. So yeah, maybe it's just coming homework. But anyway, enough rambling. Let me show you my new cast on knitting project. So this is a spoiler alert. So this is actually a mystery knit along. It is a shawl, I think. Yeah, mystery shawl. It's called One Love by Joji, I think her name is. I'll put her name on the screen. But I got this pattern from Ravelry. I'm almost done with part 1. So there's 4 parts. It was coming out every week, but I only just saw the pattern and I did have a little sneak peek of what it looks like. And I was like, oh, I've got the perfect yarn for that. So I've cast this on. Again, spoiler alert, if you don't want to see what this looks like, click away and then click back when you've seen it or when you want to, because I don't want to spoil it to anyone, but also this is what I'm working on. And yeah, I obviously want to make a vlog. But this is the yarn that I'm choosing for this. So this is, got the label here. This is Rosie's Moments, and this is fingering weight, hand dyed, 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% stellina, I think that's called. This is the colour Christmas Sparkle. So this is from that yarn sale that I had, the destash yarn sale thing. I did a video about it. But yeah, basically loads of people from Crochet yarn shop, they basically was trying to get rid of their yarn stash, and I took some of it because they were just like, yeah, this hasn't sold, do you want it? And I was like, yeah, sure. So this is from that. So it is this lovely red Christmassy sparkly yarn, and I've wound it up on my yarn winder. Took ages because it kept knotting up because I don't have a yarn Swift. So yeah, so I managed to do that, but it looks so pretty. So yeah, it's this red sparkly finger weight yarn, and it's got different little specks of different colour. So as you can see, like on the actual strand, it's mostly red, but then you get these little random bits of colour, which I think is fun. Only thing is, it kind of reminds me of Elmer the elephant. I don't know if you know that, but I'll put a picture up here. But yeah, kind of reminds me of that. Anyway, again, spoiler alert, don't look if you don't want to see what this looks like, because I know some people don't mind, but I was just like, I really want to vlog this, but I'm just going to have to keep saying, right, spoiler alert, I'm going to show you my shawl and stuff. This is how far I've got. Wow, it's looking quite crazy on the camera because of the colours. Look at that. It's really hard to show because it's folding up a little bit at the bottom. Obviously that will block out, but this is how far I've got. My little stitch marker. But yeah, this is how far I've got. And then on the pattern, it does say it's going to be like a moon shape. So I've almost finished part 1. I've got another little section to do, I think. Won't tell you what that is, but I will show you once I do it. I'm really enjoying this, to be honest. It's a nice little break from crochet. It's easy, simple at the moment. And this pattern is just for one skein. So most of this, or if not all of it, will be in this shawl. And that's perfect. Lovely stash busting project. If you've got any spare finger weight yarn and you fancy a mystery, why not? But yeah, so this is how far I've got. It's looking pretty good, to be there. I was a bit skeptical because it's on 45, it's on 4.5 needles. And that's quite big for a finger weight yarn. And I was just a bit like, So I'm going to do the next little section of this today. But I am keeping this in my new bag. Look how pretty. So I got this from Makes by Mia. Friend on Instagram. She actually got me into knitting socks up there. She got me into sock knitting, and then that has started my knitting journey. So thanks to you. But yeah, isn't this beautiful? She made it herself. And it's got like quilting. It's beautiful. And it's also lined with a zip. I will link down her shop below. I have paid for this myself, so it's not sponsored or anything, but I will link down her shop below because this is absolutely gorgeous. And it is perfect for this shawl. It fits my yarn, and then it fits this. Just chuck it in there. A bit messily. But yeah, it fits perfectly for this project. And I can't wait to use it more in the winter months. Definitely going to try and knit some gloves at some point, but that might be a bit later on, but definitely would use this bag, 100%. And it's also got a little wrist thing, so you can carry it. Gorgeous. I'm literally in awe. Like, she's also got like different fabrics, different designs, and regularly updates her shop and everything. So yeah, definitely check her out. Follow her on Instagram if you'd like a bag as well. I'm gonna be working on that knitting project today. I've got my boyfriend around later, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to do because it's kind of one of those things where I have to read the pattern, cross it off, read the pattern, cross it off. I don't mind that at all, but I wouldn't say it's a mindless project. Or some of it is. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that is the update for the blanket. Let's crack on with my knitting. Hi guys, so it's actually been a few days. I haven't been filming just because feeling a bit burnt out at the moment still with crochet and just everything in general, to be honest. Just trying to get my groove back. But as you saw in the last clip, I have been crocheting a little bit. So I'm making these gloves for my mum. I made her a pair yesterday. I will put a picture up here. I don't have them now because I've already given them to her. But yeah, she literally wants the exact same in this colourway. Beautiful purples, greens, a little bit of pink. It's beautiful. Yeah, so she bought this yarn for me and I'm gonna make her the exact same pair of gloves, but in this colour. So yeah, I've literally just started. This is the ribbing that goes around the cuff. It's a very, very straightforward pattern. I'll link it below. I got it on Etsy like a year ago or something, and I've made her I've already made her 2 pairs. Now it's 3, and then this will be the 4th pair that I've made from that pattern. She absolutely loves it. She wears the first pair all the time. And I think she just wants a few different colours so that she can just like have a pair in her bag, pair in her coat and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm making them using a 4mm hook for the ribbing. And then as for knitting, so I started a pair of gloves yesterday for knitting, and it's got like a cable detail here. Yeah, I haven't got very far with that, so I'm not going to show you. And it's also upstairs, but oh my god, I was actually raging so much yesterday. It was ridiculous because basically I got to the part where you have to switch the stitches for the cable, and mine were just turning out really, really tight. So I was just like, I literally can't do this. Like, I undid it a couple of times, tried to redo it, still tight. So that's just sitting in the corner of my room at the moment. That project, I literally haven't got very far with that. That's also a present for my mum for her birthday. Don't know if I'm going to be able to finish that before her birthday, so if not, these gloves will be for her birthday. But yeah, like, I'm struggling with the cabling at the moment. To be fair, it's my first time doing cabling. I shouldn't beat myself up about it, but I do, obviously. I just expect to be brilliant at everything first try, which is stupid because, you know, people aren't, you know. So yeah, that's just in the corner of my room at the moment. I'll pick that up maybe next week. I'm just gonna breathe for a couple of days, just let it sit for a bit. And then once I get back to it, I think I'll be in a better mood to learn, basically. But as you can see, this is my other knitting project. Yes, I have 2 on the go now, which is very different for me. Also, I watched Passionate Kelsey's new video of her knitting the Sophie hood. Now I want to make that. That is on my list as well. I actually have the perfect yarn for it as well. It's like a mint colour. But this is the Mystery Shawl that I'm working on. This is the yarn, red, sparkly, multicoloured. And then here is my progress. I have made a bit of progress since you last saw it. Yeah, I think the last couple of clips was me like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work on this. And then I forgot to film any like videos of actually me working on it. I think it's because I didn't want to mess up. But yeah, so this is the Mystery Knit Along by Joji, I think her name is. I'll link the pattern below and everything. It's on Ravelry. I think it will be available soon. But so I'm halfway through part 2 now. This is where I'm up to. It looks a bit weird because it needs blocking, obviously. But yeah, this is where I'm up to. So I've done the first section of part 2, and then I think there's another section of lace or something. I think I counted I've only got 12 rows left of clue 2, and then part 3 is out as well, or clue 3 is out, sorry. So yeah, once I finish clue 2, obviously I'll get on that. So yeah, I'm hoping to do some of this today. Hopefully finish clue 2 today, that would be great. But yeah, if I get frustrated with this, I'll just do a bit on my crochet gloves. I don't want to do too much on my crochet gloves because I was going to bring that to my boyfriend's tomorrow. Because he's got an appointment thing, so I can just sit in the car and just do that. Can't really do that with this because this one I've got to have my iPad and check off and count my stitches and stuff. But yeah, so let me know if you're doing this. And as I say, I have warned you about the spoilers, so hopefully you're not mad at me showing you. But yeah, I don't know if the lace is very noticeable with this yarn, just because it's so busy anyway, but I think it'll be fine, hopefully. I haven't really thought about that. Oh, when I lay it down, you can tell. and I think it will block out fine. So yeah, so I'm going to be working on this today, hopefully get a few rows done. As I say, I think I've got 12 left of clue 2 to do, and then I will be on clue 3, and then I think clue 4 is out next week, but obviously I'm not going to be caught up on that. So yeah, I think once I finish this, like completely, I think I'm going to cast on that Sophie shawl. As I say, I've got like the perfect amount of like mint. It's like mint yarn, and I feel like that's very me, and that would just look nice. I feel like I would wear it. I feel like I would, and it looks pretty simple. And like watching Kelsey do it, I think she said it was a bit repetitive, but sometimes I like that. I think it's mostly garter stitch, but I'm just like, yeah, I could probably do that, yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working on today. Do a bit on this, not too much, because if I do, I'm not going to have much to do tomorrow at my boyfriend's. But yeah, I've almost finished this first bit of ribbing. What I like to do is I like to make both gloves at the same time. So this one is pulling out from the outside, and then what I'll do once I finish this ribbing is I'll pick from the inside of this cake and then do the same ribbing, so that when I fold them in half and slip stitch them together, like they're exactly the same. Because sometimes I forget, like if I put the tail in the front or slip stitch it this way. And then I think I used like the outside loops or something on the other one, so I'll probably do that. And it just makes sure that they're symmetrical. But yeah, so I think I'm going to change over to my knitted shawl for now, because I don't want to make too much progress on this, but I could probably get this done soon. But yeah. So it's been a few days. I'm really sorry I haven't been filming much. I did finish the gloves for my mum, and I didn't manage to take any photos yet because she pinched them. But yeah, you'll probably see that on my Instagram or in another vlog. But here I am with the Mystery Shawl. So this is how much yarn I have left. I feel like it's not very much, so I think I'll be able to do what it is suggested, like the actual size that the creator did, because you can make it bigger if you have more yarn, but I think I've got, I don't know I don't know how much I have left, to be honest. But yeah, so this is where I am with it so far. So yeah, this is what mine is looking like. Wow, that looks pretty good on camera. Obviously this will stretch out a bit, so maybe slightly bigger than what it looks like, but yeah, this is gonna stretch out because it's folding up at the moment, and I think the cable is a bit shorter than, like, look, all my stitches literally fit on the cable. So yeah, it's just bunching up a bit. I managed to do like this section yesterday, which is pretty good, to be honest. And then I'm on the last section of part 3 or clue 3. So I think I'll definitely get this finished in the next couple of days. But yeah, this is where I am at so far. And part 4 came out yesterday, but I feel like I'm going to be able to finish that tomorrow, to be honest. Yeah, this is looking really good. I'm getting my nails done today, don't worry about the gap. I think I'm going to go for red, to be honest. Match this. But yeah, that is where we are at so far. So yeah, I'm hoping I can finish this either probably tomorrow, I would say. I'm going to try and finish part 3 today, obviously. I think I've only got 4 rows of part 3 to do. And then I've got clue 4. And clue 4 I don't think is that big. So that's good. But yeah, hopefully I've got enough yarn. And, well, I think I'm more worried that I just want to use pretty much all of this up. So I think I will be able to do that. But yeah, this is how it is looking so far. I don't think I've actually spread it out for a while. It's looking pretty good. I am getting some ladders where it's decreasing right here, if you can see. So I'm thinking maybe blocking that will help. I don't think it's a massive deal. I think I've seen on Instagram people have got that as well. And maybe it's just a design feature for me. Because I purl a lot looser than when I knit. So I need to get better at that. But yeah, so let's finish part 3.
To that, but overall everything's going really well. I'm loving it.
So I've managed to finish my shawl, as you can see. Sorry I haven't been really posting or filming any process of me working on this. I literally just want it done. It's still wet at the moment and this video's got to go up. So yeah, I did do a few extra rows at the end section, but yeah, I was getting a bit bored of working on it and I just wanted it finished, so I cast it off. So yeah, I haven't used the whole skein, but I think that's fine. But yeah, I've got it blocking at the moment. I'll definitely post some videos or photos of it on my Instagram, my knitting one, that's Ellielaura Knits, that one. I've got it linked below if you'd like to follow me, but I just post all my knitting stuff on there, separate to my crochet account, which is Ellielauracrochet. That is it. I really enjoyed this shawl. I would recommend it. Obviously you've seen what it looks like, so it's not really a mystery, but I really enjoyed it actually, and really enjoyed the lace sections. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like so I know that you don't mind seeing more knitting vlogs. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.